Hello friends, I welcome you all to my homeopathic channel. Today I am going to present a very simple case of a common remedy, so-called acute remedy. But this case is not for of acute disease. This is a case of chronic disease. I am presenting this case because I have created this channel to just destroy all the wrong concepts of homeopathy, because this is acute remedy, chronic remedy, male remedy, female remedy, miasmatic remedy, superficial remedy, deep acting remedy, chilly remedy, hot remedy, etc., etc., etc. So these concepts are not absolutely universal laws. They are being used just for the sake of making things easier. But there is no harm in making things easier, but these concepts are not absolutely correct concept. That's why I am giving the case, so that all the myths of the homeopathy can be just myth buster. This is a myth buster case. So this is a case of uterine fibroid cured with belladonna. Can you imagine, for fibroid, which is considered as a psychotic disease, can be cured with a superficial remedy like belladonna. But this daily happens in our clinic. That's why I am presenting these cases and request you to go deeper into my videos, listen to them many times, again and again and again and again, with a view, with an intention to learn something out of it. Only then you can learn. If you have an intention to criticize me, you can criticize. There is no harm. It is not going to affect me in any way. If you don't watch, so many others are there to watch my videos. If there is none of them, even then there is no problem, because I am not getting any money out of you. So this is an intense urge to share my knowledge with everyone. So anyone who wants to learn something deeper about homeopathy can be benefited. This is the only intention of creating so many videos with so many, by putting so much effort in it. So let's see what the case is. This is a case of 40 years old lady having multiple uterine fibroids, excessive menstrual flow, and bearing down sensation. They are complaints. So she was under treatment of a well-known homeopath, because her friends was also taking the treatment from the same homeopath. It usually happens. There is nothing unusual about it. So in spite of regular treatment, the size and the number of fibroids was increasing gradually. It means the medicine given by that homeopath was not working at all. But as there is a myth in the society, it is a myth in the society, then homeopathy remedies act slow. Or rather, sometimes if homeopathy medicine suits someone, it can do miracle. Suit someone means what? It means every time it does not suit to the person. Why? Medicine is a medicine. It has no choice. It acts according to the inbuilt nature. So it is the fault of homeopaths that they are not able to select Sibyllum for the patient every time. But common people, they do not know about it. So they say when medicine suits, it can do miracles. So we should try to evolve a method by which we can prescribe medicine with certainty that this is going to act, and this will be the result. Doctor should know beforehand. Only then he can confidently convince his patients what the medicine is going to do with him or her. Watch my channel with an intention to learn. You will become confident and your patient will be cured very fast. So in spite of regular treatment, the size and the number of fibroid was increasing. USG was being done every month, Same was the case of her friend. Both of them are taking treatment and none of them was getting relieved. But still they will continue because doctor said it is a psychotic disease, there are fibroids, it will take a very long time, process will be slow. Then both are satisfied. But it is the absolute fault of the homeopath, not of the patient. So her friend, when came to know about me, she left the treatment from that homeopath and came to me, carrying this lady along with her, though she lived about 20 kilometers away from my clinic, whereas the earlier homeopath was very near to her house and also was very cheap as compared to mine. So in spite of all these facilities, she came to my clinic with her friend as if she has no discretion of her own. This lady, the patient, was a bank employee. So she is not illiterate lady. She could have come alone. So what is this kind of behavior is? This is called as naive, not well versed with the situation. Though she has been going to the bank for so many years alone, but now when there is a time to go to the doctor, to visit a doctor, though she is known to me, this lady is known to me, even then she has brought that lady along with her. So this is called a naive. Still conversation has not begun. Even then I have selected a rubric for her. When she entered my clinic, she was looking sad and anguished, not laughing or not smiling at all. So this patient have not started giving the case, but I have started taking the case. So this gesture is called anguish. This suggests she is in deep agony. This is anguish. So I asked about the reason of her sadness. She was very much hesitant to tell the reason in front of her friend. I sent her friend out. Even then she was hesitating to telling, no, I'm all right. Nothing is the matter. I'm not sad. What is this? This is hide things. Because sadness was apparent on her face. She can't hide it, but she was trying to hide it. So the next rubric was hide things. One was naive and another is hide things. Oh no, I'm not sad, everything is okay. But when cross-questioned and was told that it is in her interest to tell me the truth herself, only then she will get the right remedy. So now there is no option. If she wants to get well, she has to tell me the truth. So this is forced condition. So reluctantly, she started narrating her story. She lives in a joint family. In India, we have joint family where so many members live together in the same house. They have the same kitchen. And her husband is the eldest of all the brothers and hence spent most of his earning on the family. This is not abnormal, not uncommon in joint family. This usually happens. So never gives any money to her. Brother-in-law are also earning, but they do not spend much on joint family. They spend only on their own individual families. This is also normal in India. My mother-in-law is also very irritable and dominating lady. She always creates a nuisance in the family. This is also very common in India. Very common behavior of mother-in-laws in the family. So all this make me very tense. I am now fed up with this. Now you know the reason of your sadness. So I am now fed up with this entire tense atmosphere. I want to come out of this burdensome life. So this is light desire for. Though I have made a video, very long video on this topic, on this rubric, light desire for in Hindi language. But in short, I will tell you here also the explanation of light desire. but in future I will make a long video on light desire also. Let me explain the case fully, then I will explain these rubrics. I want to lead a very peaceful life away from the joint family. I want to live peacefully with my own family. Own family means my children and husband only. This amounts to the rubric selfishness, egoism, estranged. Friends and relatives ignores his. So on this matter I have talked to my husband many times, but he is very much attached to his brothers and mother. He never pays any heed to my demands. On the contrary, he scolds me badly. All these spoil my mental peace. So now I have left no courage to face all this. This is considered as discouraged. After fighting, he has no courage to again keep on fighting with the same situation. So this is discouraged feeling. So I have not asked much. No thermal, no modalities, no menses modalities, no family history, no past history, no miasmatic history. Nothing is being asked. So because these things never leads to your individualizing the patient, because when you want to recognize a patient, you want to mention a patient about you, don't say he is a miasmatic, he is a psychotic, that there is a history of TB in his family. You don't recognize people by these things. How do you recognize? You say that he is a very courageous man, he is a very noble man, he is a very fearful man. Like that, you tell some kind of peculiarity in his behavior, by which he is known. A man is not known by stool, quality of stool he passes, by quality of sweat, his sweat, etc., etc., or how much how much heat or cold he feels or she feels. So man is not known by these things. So this again shows that these are not individualizing factors. So individualizing factor is always the behavior of the person. That is the correct thing. So if we can't get one thing correct, so we'll keep on searching all the nonsense in the patient. So that's why luckily we hit the remedy, or sometimes, or not sometimes, but majority of times we don't hit the remedy, and we say that patient homeopathy is acting slowly. No, it is not acting slowly. This is the fastest of all pathies in the world. But you are to learn how to select the correct remedy for the patient. You will be able to do so if you keep on watching my videos sincerely, with an attitude of accepting my views, analyzing my views, and then absorbing them, and then applying it in the clinic. When you get the result, so my teachings can be proved, can be experienced in your clinic. Then you can say my teachings are absolutely correct. But those teachings which are given in our books, many of them cannot be experienced in our clinic. So that's why they are wrong. So the overall impression from her version is that she wants total mental peace. According to her belief, the only way, this is according to her belief, only way is to be away from the joint family. This is objective, reasonable. She wants to get the peace. And the rubric, this feeling we can convert into rubric as quite wants to be repose and tranquility desires. So I prescribed on 1st November 2003 Belladonna 30. 3 doses was prescribed and followed by the routine remedy you know very well. So she became very relaxed and cheerful from the very same day. Even after few minutes, she was relaxed. No bearing down sensation was there in the next day. Her friend told that she is very much cheerful now, and all family members also realizing that this change in her mood. Now she has given up her idea of getting separated from the joint family. So now you can see how deep so-called acute remedy has acted and removed all the negative feelings in her mind, which are considered as psychotic and syphilitic. So has cured the fibroid also. The size is reduced. Excessive menstrual flow is reduced. So she is improving gradually. So this is how selection of acute remedy can be done on few mentals, which are very common sayings of the patient. From the very common saying of the patient, we can select the remedy. But before that, we have to do lot of thinking, analysis of all the rubrics of the repertory, all the words given in the repertory, their subtle meaning. Though you are not well versed with that technique, gradually I will keep on explaining you all, and you will become an expert one day, very soon. So by few words, or mere by looking at the patient, on very short informations, little informations, you can select absolutely correct similimum for the patient. Now, I am going to explain few of the rubrics taken. The first rubric I took was naive. Naive is a person who is absolutely new in some field. Suppose one wants to learn driving. He is not expert. He has started learning it. So he is naive in that particular field, not naive in other fields. So a naive is not permanently a naive person. When he start learning something, with experience, he becomes an expert. So naive is not an idiot. He may be slow learner, or fast learner, but he is a learner. At present, he is not well versed with the situation. So this lady, a bank employee, who every day goes to her office alone in the bus, lives in Delhi for such a long time, means well versed with Delhi situation. She could have come, and she also known to me, she could have come alone. But no, she did not have the confidence to come alone. So she took her friends who live somewhere else. So she took her friends with her to come to me, as if she has no confidence, because it was her first visit on second visit she can come. So that's why this is called this rubric was taken as naive. Anguish, there is no problem. Another rubric was hide things. Things means anything. It may be your emotion, maybe some kind of material things. So hide is not done forever. Then it becomes a secret. So hide is for time being. Just someone is coming. When you are going into the market and you see some enemy is coming, or some person is coming to whom you do not want to meet. So what do? As soon as you see him, you just hide yourself behind something. And when that person passes, you again come out of the same place. So hide means you just, for time being, you just do not want to show those things, do not want to do those feelings to anyone. So this lady said, no, everything is okay, I am not sad, though apparently she looked sad. So this is why I took the rubric hiding. So how do we hide? Suppose there is some spots on the face and we put some lotion on it, some heavy makeup on it, and we hide it. We can hide our intention. There are ways and means of hiding something. Some people hide just by smiling, by laughing. So they can hide it. Hiding is not very deep, for temporary one, or some wrong things or some harmful things you are hide from. There is one more rubric, very important: light desire for. So desire is not a necessity. If it get fulfilled, it is all right. If it doesn't get fulfilled, even then it is all right. So, but you want to have it. But if you get it, it's better. So it is the light which she is desiring for. So what is light? I'm just going to explain in short. So light is something which makes visible, just like ordinary sunlight, tube light, etc., etc., artificial light. So when light is there, it makes your light things visible. So when you do not know something, you put some light on this topic, means you just explain this topic so that we could be able to understand it. So this is also light. So when light is knowledge, suppose there is heavy load, you take out some load and the load becomes less, so it becomes light load now. So it is also, so something which is also light means which gives you, once you remove the load, once you remove the burden, then it is the light. Suppose there is no hope, so hope from somewhere in some field, so you are not very much happy with it. So if someone gives you hope, you feel relieved, relaxed, now doesn't feel that load on your head. So it means any assurance, any hope also comes under the purview of light. So light desire for, we can take many feelings. Number one, if you get assurance, it is also light desire. If you get some kind of information, it is also light desire for. If you can get some kind of happiness, joyous things, it is also light desire for. Suppose when you go to a showroom, simple showroom, there may not be so many lights, but suppose if you go to a jewelry showroom, there are so many lights. Means as soon as there are so many lights, because there are so many precious things are there. So if suppose somebody dies, there is no need to put so many lights. But when there is some kind of marriage ceremony, birthday celebration, or some very huge things, or some festival celebration, so you put large number of light there. So light makes you happy. So happy and unburdensome. It relieves you. It always gives you relief. So anything that gives you relief is the light. So any person who is desire that some relief should come, come in any way, by any means. So that feeling can easily be taken as light desire for. It may be light food, it may be medicine that relieves something. Another rubric is quiet, wants to be repose and tranquility desire for. It means she wants to remain quiet, no burdensome, peaceful. Tranquility means when your mind is peaceful, at peace, there is nothing to disturb, nothing to irritate. So this lady lives in joint family where her husband spends all the money, though she feels that she has the right on her husband's money, and other members, her brother-in-law, they don't spend so much money on the joint family, but they spend money on their own individual families, on children, on their wives. So this irritates him. It puts a pressure on his mind, her mind. So she wants to just go out of this vicious circle, out of this nuisance, out of this burdensome life, and go to some separate house, meaning where this kind of disturbance no longer remains. So this is the need, but this need is not being fulfilled. So after belladonna, what should we expect? Not only belladonna, after any simulimum, what should we expect? Expect is the mental state, not the rubrics. Rubrics, mental state is just represented by few rubrics. So once that, after the simulimum, that mental state must be changed. must become moderate. If person is very aggressive after medicine, it should calm down. If person is very docile, then after medicine he should become active, little bit active. So he should come in the moderation. So then you can say the medicine has acted well, otherwise not. So this is how I judge the accuracy of my prescription and what to expect after prescription. This is the right way of practicing homeopathy according to my own view, but it can be proved in the clinic. So once it is proved in the clinic, so whatever I say becomes this truth, absolute truth. So this is, I think, absolutely new kind of versions to you. Keep viewing the videos with intention to learn. If you find them useful, even little bit, you share these videos with everyone on every platform. This is my intense desire that every homeopath on this globe should know the real homeopathy. My endeavor is just in that direction. Thanks for watching the video.